Andi is the only one Gary can trust. Aaron wants Zack to remember his place, while Karen and Fatima get to a new one. What's good, y'all? It's your good sister Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. And in this one, we are talking about Season 8, Episode number 10. Now, this episode did premiere in a double feature, so we got episodes 10 and 11. However, this episode breakdown is going to solely focus on the things that went down in episode number 10. If you're new here, hit that bell notification, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my sisters' content and conversations. In addition to these episodic breakdowns, I also go live after every new episode with our Sisters Keeper. I did live reactions for the 2-hour event, and there's even subject videos where we further dive deep into the storylines tied to each character. So if you are a Sisters fan and you want to have Sisters conversation, then this is the place that you need to be. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss it. Now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. And I'm going to take this breakdown character by character, starting off with who we see at the top of the episode, Andrea Barnes. Okay. So we knew that Gary was going to pop up at the penthouse, or he had popped up at the penthouse, butt naked and afraid. Gary, why your ass out? Why is your behind out, sir? Why are you stealing motorized bicycles in Midtown Atlanta, riding your way over to Andy's penthouse, getting all belligerent in the lobby, and forcing your way up just so that you could be by the woman that you love, the only woman that you could trust, the only woman that you seem to recognize and to remember because you seemingly have amnesia, quote unquote. Allie still believe that he got amnesia, y'all, but y'all know I'm firmly planting my behind on the side of the fence of he is lying. And Chido did such a really great job in his performance of Gary in this episode. I feel like he's playing the amnesia well, but there's so many little nuggets and I don't know if it's because I also act as well that I'm looking at certain things in his choices with his performance, and I just was so enamored by some of the choices that Chido was making as an artist when he's creating Gary on screen for us. And I just saw a few things and I'm like, yeah, this is a nod, this is an Easter egg, this is a thing right here where Chido will be able to point back to this episode and be like, yeah, y'all, I would let you know the whole time without letting you know, because he's just that masterful in what he does. Now, it's not too much to the whole Andi and Gary of it all, because Gary is still reeling, trying to recover. The fact that he even had enough energy to make it all the way over to Andy's house and try to stake his claim here when Robin shows up. He don't remember Robin, even though he give him a little dirty look real quick. I caught it. And then Hudson shows up and he gets even more belligerent and he's like, I'm not going. Andy's the only one I could trust. Now, where they messed up, right? Where they messed up with this whole Andi and Gary thing is like she is talking him down and convincing him that he needs to go back to the hospital. Cool. But then they have Andi do the little kiss in the finger, pinky, yada, yada, yada that she be doing with Jordan. When the hell you and Gary start doing that? When the hell did you and Gary start doing that so much so that he would even be able to remember that? Because we ain't never seen you do it a day in your life. But we watch you and Jordan do it every single chance y'all get. Y'all blowing kisses across your office. You wrapping pinkies every day, all damn day. And now all of a sudden you and Gary wrap pinkies? Gary has never been the type of man to wrap pinkies. He will wrap his damn hands and fingers around your neck before he will wrap pinkies. But now all of a sudden we wrapping pinkies and kissing thumbs. Yeah. And y'all want me to believe that this is amnesia? He stalked that girl, seeing her doing it with Jordan, and now he wants to do it damn too. You ain't slick, trick. And neither are you, Hudson. Why is your hair always wet? Why do you look so greasy? And why are you always coming in hot? Andi did not have to call your little beady-headed ass down here to come get this man. You want to be talking big you want to be talking bitch on the phone. You want to be talking big as soon as you get off a damn elevator. I think that Hudson needs his ass bust. And Robin, you would be the perfect person to do it. Even though I do not want you to put yourself in the harm's way over this woman, because Andi is going out of her way to give you her ass to kiss. By the end of the episode, once Hudson is gone and Gary is gone because they're going back to the damn hospital, she's arguing with Robin, and Robin's like, you sure you're not falling for him? Because you ain't that good of an actress. You ain't no damn Viola Davis. And you know what? He ain't wrong. And if she like, well, you two focus on giving Hayden my cases and blah, 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 blah. I got to save my career. Girl, you don't be worrying about your career on a good day. You don't be worrying about your career on a regular day. You be worrying about your outfit, your coordination, your heels, your makeup, and if the niggas are looking at you when you walk by. You do not be worrying about no caseload. You want to be talking to Robin Robin, I was considered for managing partner because I brought the billionaire. The billionaire picked you because you're the only black woman in the room. I'm sorry, the only black attorney in the room. And she like seeing herself and other people, and she be wanting people to help her out. And quiet as kept, or she want to be helping other people out. And quiet as kept, you wouldn't even help Marie win this goddamn case without Maurice's ass. So while you running around here trying to preach your excellence and Andrea Bonds, while you running around here talking about you such an asset and how you need to get back to work immediately, even though your ass is a suspect in a murder and or attempted assault investigation, you really need to be quiet as kept. Keep it cute, keep your face hydrated, keep, yourself hydrated, and just stand ready. But you don't want to do that. You want to put your foot down and tell Robin by the end of the episode that you taking your ass back to the office. Let's see how that works out for you. Because at the end of the day, yes, Robin is a love interest. Yes, y'all almost kiss. Yes, there's amazing chemistry between the two of you. But at the end of the day, he's still your boss. And at the end of the day, they got to end. And that's all my thoughts on Andrea Barnes from this episode, y'all. Now, since we talking about the law firm, we also got to go over here to Miss Fatima, who's holding it down at the damn law firm. Now, I am not a huge fan of having Fatima lead the communication and contract discussions when it comes to Roots of Riches, and it's simply because she's still an assistant / paralegal. She's not actually an attorney. And while Karen is comfortable because in this episode we watch her go to bat for them and go up against Hayden and fight Hayden and all of his anti-blackness, because my God, I get that Hayden don't get down with the girls. I get that Hayden thinks that he's better and not beneath. But do he not realize that he is sleeping with a hood rat every single night? He is quite literally sticking parts of him into parts of a scuttlebucket every single day, if not multiple times a damn day. The same scuttlebucket who slept with your best friend. The same scuttlebucket who was just selling that coochie for profit. No shade. Because sex workers still work. But you run around here talking about every other little black girl that you run across is trifling and raggedy and this and that and the third. Meanwhile, you sliding in the scuttlebucket coochie every single night. Hayden, the calls come from inside the house, babes. You might want to pick it up. Back to Fatima. So Fatima goes to bat, finally convinces Hayden not to try to torpedo the damn contract and talk Marie out of, being in business with Pam and Karen. And I get that Karen is appreciative. I love that Karen and Fatima are at a place of reciprocity and a little bit more respect, it seems. Like you can see that there's definitely trust brewing and trust growing. I believe that Karen really meant it when she says, yes, I'm perfectly okay with you taking the lead. I just don't like her taking the lead without the damn law degree to go with it. And this is just what lends itself to what the series seems to do quite often, and that is the bias, the propping up, and the plot armor that tends to come around Fatima and Zack by proxy. I don't think it's realistic for her as a paralegal to move the way that she moves within the law firm, to be an assistant and to question all of her bosses the way that she does, to threaten bodily harm outwardly, not even just in Hayden's office or one-on-one or sneakily, but she says certain things out in the open and never really has to suffer any consequences for it. And to me, this whole setup of, she's going to take the lead as it pertains to y'all's legal matters also is just more of that. Now, it is going to be great experience for her as she is an aspiring attorney and she's currently in law school. And yes, Hayden doesn't want to be bothered with the ghetto black, what's cool. But I don't know. I feel like there could have been a better way that this particular thing could be done, and we could get a little bit more specific on what she's actually going to be working on versus putting her in a position to pretend like she's their lawyer when she's not actually. And then quiet as kept, as it pertains to, meeting with lawyers and worrying about the legalities of this business relationship, I would want to actually have a lawyer present, because whatever advice Fatima actually gives, whatever suggestions she makes, or whatever guidance she, lends to them is not actually covered by whatever insurance and additional legalities that come when you are actually being represented by an actual attorney. So yeah, Hayden don't want to do it. Find someone that does want to do it. It can maybe mentor Fatima throughout the process, and maybe we can get a better view into Fatima and how serious she is about being a lawyer and how serious she is about being in this career, and giving her an actual mentor, not just a little cute Barbie doll that's going to tell her that she's great while she's failing law school exams. This is the perfect opportunity to do it, and they're not doing it. But I digress. That's just my thought on that. Now, in addition to, having a little meeting with Karen and Pam to talk about that and saving potentially to deal with Miss Marie, we also get a moment where Fatima and Zack talk about what he found out as it pertains to Hayden. So he clues her in on Tamara must be sleeping with Gary, and they're going to try to break into his cloud to get the video footage because they think that this is going to be their ace in the hole to clear their name and put Hayden on the chopping block as the number one prime suspect because, Zack and Fatima are, private eyes and whatnot, and they're very heavy in this mission that they're on. Now, Zack has to be reminded that he is a felon, a former felon, or he still is a felon. Ex-felon? How we describe it? He's an ex-felon, but he's a felon. So there's certain things that he can't do, like start a private investigation firm and travel internationally. Yeah, you can't do that, bud. Now, talking about Zack, in addition to this conversation, which is very quick, it's not too much, we also get to see him early on in the episode when he comes in while Aaron is rubbing the belly of Karen and the babies are kicking and active and are so excited to see him, only for him to, interrupt, ask so that he can feel too, and then the babies go what? Silent. The babies go what? Quiet. The babies go what? To sleep. Because we don't know him. We ain't got time for him. And I absolutely love it. It's one of the strongest, I think, writing choices for story this entire season. Having the babies not kick for Zack initially, sending his ego into a place, sending him into his feels. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. It just tickled me so much. It just made so much sense. Now, I was a little less amused by Aaron's little snarky remarks about Zack being baby daddy number 2. I don't feel like that's something that's actually true to Aaron's dialogue, but Maggie wrote it, so he said it in the Lost We're Here. They have that little back and forth, which winds up not being anything too serious, even though I do think that Zack still has very real deep-seated issues and very real deep-seated jealousy with Aaron, but he's going to try to play nice because he's appreciative of Karen playing nice with Fatima playing nice with Karen. And then this also tips off to is Aaron in a position where he's trying to assert his dominance in some way, or he's trying to differentiate himself, which is not something that he typically would have done. He has been so patient and so graceful with Karen as it pertains to her uncoupling and falling out of love with Zack and releasing him. So now all of a sudden he's taking these little smart remarks. I guess hopefully this is it and we don't get a ton more of them, but I am looking forward to how Karen and Aaron's relationship gets back on track and starts to evolve from here, because from this episode as well as the previous episode, we see a Karen that seems like she's in a better place to receive all that Aaron is and all that he brings to the table. She is taking accountability when she's wrong in the business, and her and Pam should have told him, sure, she's going to make sure that doesn't happen again. She is open to him engaging in physical touch, even if it's not a romantic touch. She is open to that. She is welcoming and warm to him. And even when Zack asks could he feel the belly, when she looked to him, I'm like, you look to Aaron? I know that's right. And then Zack talking about something, what you looking at him for? Why don't ask him permission? That's her man. That's finna be her man. So yeah, she gonna look to him to make sure he cool, because that's what you would expect from Fatima's ass. No double standards, Mr. Zachary. Karen don't belong to you anymore, even though you seem to think that everybody belongs to you. Y'all should really go check out the most recent episode of Our Sisters Keeper. Allie and I broke down this episode as we typically do with live after show after each new Sisters episode, and we really got into it about this particular moment, and I enjoyed the conversation that we had in this particular moment. So go and check that out for a little bit more after you finish watching this video. Now, child, y'all gonna have to forgive me because I was really about to be I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. This video getting a little bit long, and I ain't talked about Danni, Nan, nor Sabrina. But there's nothing to talk about. Her and Tony down at the damn job still being inappropriate. Leonard is on their asses, and I'm so glad that he is. Usually I don't like the white man all on the black people neck, minding their damn business, inserting himself, doing Kevin things, because a male Karen is nothing but a Kevin. But this time, I'm glad. Keep these hoes in check because they're doing entirely too damn much. Tony running around here acting like a crack fiend, like he just need the cookie right then and now. It's sir, go do some work, get a job, go clock in. Tony annoys me, and so does Danni. It just is so, I don't know, the little moments that they're trying to give us as it pertains to them and they can't resist the sex. It's just okay, we get it. Oh, brother. fine, whatever. But they have a date later. Great. And then y'all know I don't see it for Rich. I don't like Rich. And he just continues to dig and dig and dig his proverbial grave with me. Because why are you giving this girl a basketball? This girl mentioned once that she, used to play in middle school. And this is something that you like. So now all of a sudden you popping up at the damn job, bringing her gifts that she don't damn want. And it's a basketball. Where is the reciprocity in reference to you listening to something that she said that she liked or she's engaged with? And you might not be interested in, but because she loves it, because it lights up her life, because it puts a twinkle in her eyes, you gonna go gift her something from that. Where's the spa nights and the deep insightful moments and the listening to jazz and reciting poetry? Where's those dates at, Rich? Because you was very quick to go get a goddamn basketball the moment that she mentioned basketball one damn time at a damn double date. And it really annoys me. Like, at this point, everything Rich does is probably going to annoy me, y'all. I'm not even going to hold you. But this man continues to do things that just shows exactly how selfish he is in his relationship, and it's packaged up like, oh, this is just so cute, he wants to include you. No, this is the propaganda, ladies. Do not fall for the propaganda. This man is thinking about himself, and he's thinking about you as it pertains to himself. And that's the problem for me. Like, yes, there are times where you're going to do things that your partner wants to do and you don't necessarily want to do because y'all are trying to meet on a common plane and you're trying to connect over y'all's different interests. Cool. But if we don't ever see that happen from the man in the relationship, that is a damn problem, because our world is set up for men to get what they want, to do what they want, and never really have to have empathy, never really have to have grace, never really have to decenter themselves and center the person that they supposedly love, especially within their relationships. And that is a problem. Rich is a walking example of that. None of it gave cute. It don't give love in basketball. It gives you annoying, and you need to take your ass back down to that failing ass juice bar. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all let me know your thoughts on the episode in the comment section down below. I will link our Sister Keeper video so that y'all can get into that, as well as some of the subject videos that I have about the series, because I'm talking about a few things like, is the therapy working for Danni? Did Hayden do it? Because who actually did it? I also am doing a little deep dive into Robin versus Jordan, and I can't wait to hear y'all's thoughts about that. So again, Sistas playlist is on the channel. Our Sistas Keeper is available. I have tons of content for you to keep the conversation going. It's your good sis you love to talk TV with, and I'm going to see you in the next one.